History of dairy development in India and Kerala. Prior to year 2000, India was not noticed by most international dairy companies, as the country was neither an active importer nor an exporter of dairy products. Although India has imported some milk powder and butter oils as aid between 1970 and 1990, exports from India were insignificantly small, and it was not until 2000 onwards, when Indian dairy products started having more presence in global markets. The transition of the Indian milk industry from a situation of net import to that of surplus has been led by the efforts of National Dairy Development Board's Operation Flood program under the leadership of the former chairman of the board Drive. Korean. History of dairying in India dates back to the Vedic ages. In Kerala, every household used to have at least 1 or 2 cows providing the daily essential milk to the family members. Associated dairy products were also made at homes. Dairying evolved as an organizational activity in Kerala subsequent to the establishment of small tea shops. In modern India during the time of the British rule, in the year 1914, an agricultural board was formed, and based on their recommendation a military farm was set up mainly aiming to supply quality milk to the soldiers. The activities of the farm gained more momentum when Mr. William Smith, a specialist in dairy farming, took over the wheel by adopting professional methodologies in rearing cattle. His theories were largely dependent on the studies put forward by Mr. N.C. Wright, who was the then director of the Dairy Research Centre in England. His key recommendations included to establish a strong network of stakeholders in dairy sector, to ensure constant market for milk, to strengthen the dairy sector. There were several attempts to organize and register dairy societies in Kerala post-independence. In the early 50s, a society was formed in Mangalapuram area belonging to the present-day Thiruvananthapuram district, which is considered to be the first ever established milk society in Kerala. Since the inception of the first elected democratic government in 1957, there were several efforts to have an organized dairy farm industry. But it was in 1962, under the leadership of the then Chief Minister Pattom Thanupillai and Minister of Food and Animal Husbandry Mr. C.P. Paulos, the department was established for dairy development with Shri N. Balakrishna Pillai as its maiden director. The department had its headquarters in Trivandrum with regional offices in Ernakulam and Kozhikode. Indian dairy farming took a positive turn of events when the central government formed the National Dairy Development Board, NDDB, in the year 1965. An exponential rise in the farming activity was noticed during the 70s when NDDB introduced Operation Flood. This particular program was launched by the NDDB on the 13th of January 1970, and it became the world's largest dairy development program under the leadership of Dr. Verghese Kurian, the father of White Revolution. It transformed India into world's largest milk producer, surpassing many developed nations. Milestones. 1962 Dairy Development Department formed with HQ in Trivandrum and regional offices in Ernakulam and Kozhikode. 1972 Appointment of 144 cattle improvement officers and 250 dairy farm instructors across 1000 panchayats. Established Integrated Silvopasture Development cum Livestock Production Unit in Wayanad. 1980 Kerala Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation MILMA was established. 1983 established a regional training center at Kozhikode. Later the number of training centers increased to 5: Trivandrum, Ochira, Kottayam and Alatha. 1985 Thiruvananthapuram Regional Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited (TRCMPU) and Ernakulam Regional Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited (ERCMPU) were established. 1990 Malabar Regional Cooperative Milk Producers Union Limited (MRCMPU) was established. 1996 Dairy Development Department attained the statutory control of all the milk farming societies and unions across the state. But later, with the advent of FSSA 2006, MMPO was repealed. 2006 established Kerala Dairy Farmers Welfare Fund Board, the first of its kind in India, which is mainly aimed at providing pensions, welfare schemes and financial assistance to farmers. 2010 Establishment of a state-of-the-art State Dairy Lab at the headquarters in Thiruvananthapuram. Lab achieved accreditation from NABL, apex body in the country for quality assurance. Lab offers various quality tests for milk, milk products, water, fodder etc. Other quality certifications of the lab includes ISO 9001, 2008, ISO 17025, 2005. 2018 state was selected by India Today as the best milk producing state in the country, and Honorable Minister Adv. K. Raju received the most coveted India Today's Agro Summit Award. Revolution in Dairy Industry. Operation Flood. It started by India's National Dairy Development Board in 1970. Introduced under guidance of Dr. Burgess Kurian, father of Operation Flood. It is also called White Revolution. Objective: to create a nationwide milk grid. It results in making India the largest producer of milk and milk products. Operation Flood has led to the modernization of India's dairy sector and created a strong network for procurement, processing and distribution of milk by the cooperative sector. Per capita availability of milk has increased from 132 grams per day in 1950 to over 220 grams per day in 1998. The main thrust of Operation Flood was to organize dairy cooperatives in the milk shed areas of the village, and to link them to the 4 metro cities, which are the main markets for milk. Today's per capita consumption has been increased up to 290 grams per day, 2012-13. Milk production grew from 21 million tons in 1970 to nearly 69 million tons in 1996, more than threefold, at the compound growth rate of 4.5%. Some 10 million farmers were enrolled as members in about 73,000 milk cooperative societies. By 1996, milk cooperatives attained a dominating share of the Indian dairy market: butter 96%, pasteurized liquid milk over 90%, milk powder 59% and processed cheese 85%. The dairy cooperative movement has continued to grow in the post-Operation Flood era. National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) was established in 1965 through an Act of Parliament at Anand. It is for providing facilities for increasing the production and marketing of milk and promotion of dairy industry in the country. The NDDB is an institution of national importance set up by an Act of Parliament of India. The main office is located in Anand, Gujarat, with regional offices throughout the country. NDDB's subsidiaries include Mother Dairy, Delhi. The major success of this mission was achieved through the World Bank financed Operation Flood, which lasted for 26 years from 1970 to 1996 and was responsible for making India the world's largest producer of milk. This operation was started with the objective of increasing milk production, augmenting farmer income and providing fair prices for consumers. ELT was founded by Dr. Burgess Kurian and Dr. Minesh Shah is the current chairman of the National Dairy Development Board, Anand. NDDB has now integrated 96,000 dairy cooperatives in what it calls the Anand pattern, linking the village society to the state federations in a 3-tier structure. MILMA. The Kerala Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, KCMMF, or MILMA, was registered as a cooperative society in 1980 with its head office in Thiruvananthapuram. It was brought under the Operation Flood program of the National Dairy Development Board. KCMMF is a federation of 3 regional milk unions, the ERCMPU, TRCMPU and MRCMPU. It follows a cooperative structure and one of the most profitable cooperatives in Kerala state. In 1983, it took over, absorbed, the production and milk marketing facilities under the Kerala Livestock and Milk Marketing Board. The board was later renamed to Kerala Livestock Development Board.